But he hadn't skilled it yet.
Not 15 seconds.
Oh, he was
okay,
hiding.
yeah, he was hiding.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh,
When Barrel's giggling like
the
that.
barrel giggle. Yeah, whistle could certainly be the way to do it. That would give Teddy the go button, which I think is actually kind of cool. Teddy, of course, is their most veteran player by a decent margin.
As a kid, I was actually much more of a purist. But at some point I realized, oh!
You realize that sometimes you just flash in.
Yeah, Karma lane should be getting the first dragon.
Yep.
Right, this is kind of a no-brainer. And DK also really wants their 6 available on Barrel and on Lucid ideally as well. Showmaker did just get his. But DRX playing nicely towards their bot side prio, which you'll love to see. And then to take away from...
It's nice to have variety, though. As now Shiu and Yehu are going to be doing some battles. Sponge taking some damage as well as Teddy trying to get in there, but he's just taking free damage from Barrel. Showmaker gives them the surprise Teemo as he has that shockwave back up again, and this fight is really sort of broken up. As Lucid will move in, Sponge does collect himself one of these grubs. It's one each so far, as Yehu dealing with the pillar. Sponge comes on over, but I don't think that Crescent Guard's quite going to work. They flash in, but it is going to be Lucid going down. Showmaker finds the answering kill, as now Shiu's going to fall. Shockwave connects on only Yehu, and Teddy has found Showmaker in the back of the pit. And he is able to teleport his way out. Still Barrel is dead, and it's a disaster for DK. Oh, Rich might be in trouble. It's at least a plate gank as Barrel comes over and takes that one down. But 2 versus 1, it's a tough one to make work as now Lucid, no flash available, does get the subjugate off, but I don't know whether that's going to quite be, never mind, it is going to be enough. As now Shiu has found them between worlds, comes down, and Yehu, is he going to pop? One more auto will do it, and there it goes. Shiu with the punishment. Lucid stays alive as that's not where you want to back, my friend. And now, Shiu could actually just be dead if they do shove this wave in, but see here on this top side, there have been so many plates removed, and DK finding a 700 gold swing in that moment.
I'm a believer in, you know,
Ryzen,
like...
it is about to happen, and DRX, I think, are feeling the pressure, because the tempo vibes are well and truly in DK's favor right now. And now, Rich is just taking a bunch of damage. The pillar goes down, but it doesn't really work out there for Lucid, but they'll just take the turret. Will be picked up here towards the bottom side. That is going to close the gap a little bit when it comes to the gold.
Does help.
Not bad. Rift Arrow comes down immediately though, and DK just wanting to keep up this pressure. Sponge moving in. He's not going to be able to make it over to the turret, and these rockets are starting to hurt. Still, Lucid going down relatively low. That soul point for DRX. DK not wanting to give this one up as Yehu might find a little bit of difficulty making his way in, but does have Realm Warp. They're going to turn it onto Barrel, who flashes away. Teddy flashes over. But now he's completely separated from this fight. There's no blast going to get him in as Shiu goes between worlds, but I don't think he really wanted to be there. And that is going to be that third Drake taken down. You've got some upgraded shoes. Rich taking a bunch of damage. That wave is monstrous! But Teddy stays alive. He picks up a triple before he goes down as Showmaker manages to shield himself, grabs the kill on the Xin Zhao, and Yehu cannot take him out. DK win the fight. They lose the feats of strength. And it was chaos, but I think ultimately it's kind of fine.
That's my Rise group. Guess what? If Trundle doesn't have a dash, I will give him a dash. But flashing into oh no.
Okay, well Barrel is just going to catch Yehu here.
Are you kidding me?
And then he will die.
No.
The orb is just there. Yep.
No, not the day one Nico tech.
Did he actually just minion up to you?
Actually, one of the most insane plays I've seen.
Oh my god. So they are playing Nocturne Orianna. It's just that Paranoia doesn't take him very far.
Yeah, good night. He's not dead.
Not dead, true.
Where Soul Point is just as good as Soul, because at some point the enemy team will just be like, oh no, what, Dragon? We watched a horror movie together recently, and this is still scarier!
All right, well, here we go. Pod Blossom immediately catches them into the instant shockwave, and they all just put themselves in a blender. Will DRX blend? Yes! Yes, they will! Oh, Yehu, look at his hand on his face. That was the most forced episode of Will It Blend I've ever seen.
Why? Whoa!
thought that he hadn't skilled it yet.
Not 15 seconds.
He was
okay,
hiding.
yeah, he was hiding.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh,
When Barrel's giggling like
the
that.
Barrel giggle. Like 90% of his health bar sacrificed to slump it back.
Think of the tempo.
Oh, I often think of the tempo.
No, you think of tempo vibes. Those are different. If you actually have a, cursory knowledge of this, and you are
it's all right. We'll forget it's a lesson. It's all right. We are getting in there. Yeah, who brings some minions over, but otherwise goes by himself. Everyone else has lost trust entirely on this guy's realm.
Pillar!
As aiming, cutting through Sponge here. Doesn't pull the trigger on the ulti, but nobody else really has them. On the hunt, I mean, Mantra's obviously going to come up in another second or two. And she is still in the bottom lane!
Just pushing away.
Oh dear.
I really would like a DK Baron throw just to kind of bring this game back into.
Oh, we're gonna get a Baron! It's coming, 10 seconds!
It's real, yeah.
Oh, this is so cool. This might be cool as well, as Xiu goes between the worlds. It's Rich running around, misses that needlework, but Xiu just disappears, and object permanence, not something that Rich has. This is still one of the most, okay, well, Beryl is going to go in.
I'm saying there's a chance.
Hold my thought.
I'm feeling worse.
Oh, yeah. Teddy will find a bit of damage back, though, as Sponge goes in. Beryl forced to flash. He's got a Mega Cone, though, so there is no way they can do anything. Lucid looking to get cut down, though, as now aiming moves in. Sponge says it's my time, as Lucid holds himself alive for a while, but is going to get taken out here by Yahoo. And now, oh, Xiu, you cheeky devil. Don't run back. It's kind of crazy. It still gets another button, doesn't have a turret, and so he's still likely to die. What happened to the fight on the other side of the map?
He's still going.
As, yeah, Rich actually waits this one out. Oh, this is so much damage as Rich. He's in the circle, but Xiu's in there too, and manages to get the solo kill. Yeah, who's going to come on over and end his happiness? But, oh, never mind, he's just going to live. All right, all of the doubt, it's gone. Xiu's back, ladies and gentlemen.
You can do a Sovereign accent.
Daniel Craig's English.
No, but the accent he does in Knives Out is so bad.
That was very good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You can do that level.
I can do that level of...
wait, the flank! The TP!
All right, they're going for a bit of an angle here as Yahoo. Can he find it? Pop Blossom onto only the Rise to try and keep aiming alive, but it's not going to work. He will get taken out. Xiu comes on over, though, and there goes Sponge. Rich now trying to get himself out of there. Yahoo is in a bit of trouble, but between worlds, hits for so much damage. Shockwave in celebration there for Showmaker, who just wanted to press the R button, and by Jove, he did it. And the inner turret's going to go down. That's what a winning team fight looks like, everyone, here in the Rise group.
I am just happy that we're truly getting the Rise group experience
DK here. Just going to walk over to Baron. This is Baron, by the way, everyone. If you're new to League of Legends as of today's broadcast, you haven't met him yet. And Lucid is just going to press R on Sponge and run at him. There's the flash in. Teddy finds a really nice spell shield to avoid the damage and the CC. As we've got another top lane 1v1. This time the Gwen is going to come out on top. Xiu can't win them all, and so now this time around, let's have a look at it from Rich's perspective once again.
He's two levels and 1.3k gold up. I kind of understand why you go for this, but this time they'll sweep him out, and then he just kills him. I thought he was level 16. He wasn't even.
Back to Taragi. This is actually, it's not even a battle for winning this game. It's just for Gold King now. As, all right, DRX thinking that this is the angle, and it is! As Sponge is going to get traded for... Wait, maybe it's not, actually. Sponge for Beryl maybe isn't it.
That's not a good trade, no.
And there's no smite on the map. And so aiming is just going to dive onto Andil. Let's see whether this is going to work. Between Worlds is going to be thrown out there by Xiu. Gets the flash out from Andil. As, all right, we're looking for the turn. Rich diving in. He doesn't have a circle anymore, but he's doing so much damage. You're exactly right about that level 3 ulti. As Xiu looking for someone to hit with a button. Doesn't quite find it there, and all of these skill shots are going wide. Yahoo was just standing. Need to kind of clean up the gameplay.
Will just chomp your entire team. As okay.
All right. Beryl is dead again, most likely. He does manage to use the dash cannon to try and get himself out. Pop Blossom onto only Rich. They got Showmaker! Showmaker is already dead. Xiu looking for an angle, but he just dies. Unceremoniously taken down. And the DK silliness continues. Could it just be Baron time? I think it's just Baron time.
Rise Group!
Oh, this is so Rise Group. I can't even begin to analyze this. It's way too high level.
DRX are all going to die. I can feel it.
Oh,
Don't
God.
do it, DRX.
Well, they are actually doing a fair bit of damage to the waiting DK as Teddy having to deal with that pillar, aiming in the 1v1. Can he make it happen? The answer's no. As he does, Valkyrie away, and Baron will be secured by DRX against the flow of play. Both of these compositions, especially with the, 3k gold lead Trundle that we were talking about before.
Yeah, what about low health Gwen or Karma?
Speaking of Gwen, there is a Pop Blossom to knock her up. Beryl is almost just dead as an afterthought. Shiu diving into the back line. Okay, Rich taking so much damage. Yehu in that front line. Shockwave catches the rise, and down he goes. It's their turn to lose their mid laner before anything happens, and Sponge is slowed down. Lucid runs so fast, but Andal is able to put a leash on him momentarily, and that will be able to at least keep the support alive. Okay, that is going to put a big dent in the Baron.
Look, that means that the Rebel Baron, you can't give over to Camp. Well, you can give over to Chemtech Swords. Chemtech Swords.
No, no. They're not going to deliver Rich. That is going to be the pillar that interrupts the Realm Warp as Rich is going in. Showmaker immediately just doesn't want anything to do with that as Beryl's also flashing away. A lot of disengage here for DK, but can they actually make something out of this? As Rich down to 50% health and aiming.
Aiming.
Yeah, he's looking for Sponge on the angle. Pop Blossom is avoided there by that Sonya's. Shockwave is not really going to do too much of anything at all. And now Teddy is free hitting. Doesn't finish off any of the kills, is now aiming, looking to try and do something himself. No one's dead.
Okay, Showmaker STP. So does Shiu, doesn't. So Shiu needs to stick around. Lucid. They still have the Shockwave.
Yep.
Rich is looking to TP and base. Might just be a flip Atlas!
And King's Tribute is so big as well. When this dragon goes down, it's going to be so important. It's actually here that takes it! And with his Chemtech Soul, it means that DK has so much power, but he's just taken out! And Rich is dashing after them. Beryl manages to get the snare and the Chemtech Soul. It's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. The needlework is going to take him down in the end.
Oh, they're going to try.
Who are dead, and now DRX, they're going to go for it.
They're going to try to end. The problem is that they still need to take down all these turrets, and they don't have Baron. So I think that with specifically Showmaker and Shield, they should be able to clear. 40 seconds on the clock. They have to try and push for the end right now, Atlas.
And this is exactly what we were talking about. A team will take the soul, but it won't really mean anything. And DRX actually able to utilize that advantage. Showmaker is in so much trouble. He's not going to hit, but the Ricochet does.
Wait. 20 seconds on aiming. Shiu has his ult. He needs to clear the wave.
Yep, this is massive. He goes in. He looks for the angles here, but the first turret's going to go. Oh my God! The burst damage is repugnant, and the Sivir is dead. Lucid now trying to chase after them, and he should be able to get there. Is it going to be a Shiu pentakill? Oh my God, it is! This game did not need to go this hard.
All game is Shiu back.
Yep.
And guess what? I'm thinking he's back!
Right when we needed him most, she was shown up, and this is how it ends, ladies and gentlemen. The Nexus turrets will go down, and DK will take game one against DRX. Heaven help us.
Having a really nice, consistent color scheme if it wasn't for Victor.
Yeah, true.
It's just like red and yellow.
Yeah.
It would have been good.
I mean, at least Victor has the red bit. And this should be one of those games where DK, okay, that's a flash forward from Beryl as they're chasing after Teddy. Andil hasn't completed the back yet as Deadly Flourish going to connect, but now it's just a dead Showmaker. All right, Lucid is now just going to dive out of the jungle towards Sponge, but Sponge didn't take any damage. He just charged a Q.
As they do retake tempo momentarily.
Yeah, and, DK not feeling too worried. Don't go in.
Oh my God. That's going to at least get the
stop. This is crazy. All right, there's the equalizer to come down. And aiming has to use the barrier as well. Beryl, no flash, remember, so he is not making it out of this one. Deadly Flourish is decent, but Rich is able to tank that one up. Man, they're patient.
W and should be able to get one. I think maybe backs off of that, but they did rotate over Shiu, so going for more.
Yeah, Lucid actually not having to use the smite onto that one as the hook is going to be eaten by the Bellows Breath. Gets himself out with the Searing Charge nicely. No gravity field value there, and now the Ornhorn's going to ring in. There's the flash to make sure that it connects as well as Cyclone. Such huge value, and the curtains were called from off screen to get aiming that kill. And instead of just taking the one, they'll take all three. Now Showmaker's just going to burn down. Tib is trying to get angry. Showmaker survives. As Rich moves forward, that gravity field, fantastic for the disengage. But DRX, top side of the map, holding their teleports, ready to come in for a potential fight around this dragon. Let's see whether Rich is going to be okay, though, as he gets stunned up by Tibbers. And this Alcove Gaming is going to be a difficult one. The equalizer goes down, but it's not going to be enough to save him as they all get amongst it. Beryl finds the Magnet Storm. The Annie does fall down, but Sponge will be dying as well, as Yehu's teleported in, and the rest of DRX are going to join this party earlier and teleport in to allow Xiu to join the fight. Shattering Strike is good, and the gravity field doesn't really do anything at all. Aiming moves on down, and DK keep the rest of them alive. A 4 versus 3 now around this dragon. Lucid is still up. Andil looking for a hook as Beryl not going to get tagged by that one. One more link in the chain would have probably done it. It was very close. But DK still feeling like they don't have the buttons for this. We'll be backing away.
I don't know about the double, triple down there from DRX.
All right, well, here's going to be another engage that could be worrisome here for DRX, as Andil does have the support of the gravity field. The depth charge is good, though, as Lucid gets out of the bullet time just barely, but so does Andil. So no one's dead just yet. Rich is going to find a bit of an angle here towards Beryl as the curtains have been. Oh, there goes Andil, just from the fog of war, and he's deleted from the map. And now Teddy fighting, aiming the Deadly Flourish, not going to connect, but the Ram will! Aiming gets the barrier, flashes out of the way of Teddy. Yehu in so much trouble, but she was just by himself, and Yehu's able to walk it off. Lucid going in, but isn't able to find the angle. That was a mess.
Fights going on all at once. And consecutively,
I guess DRX wins and are able to equalize the dragon.
Barely stays alive. Teddy throws his ult, unfortunately, just without the real follow-up that you need for it. And then Xiu goes...
Oh, we're team fighting again.
A little bit way too deep.
Okay, Flash Magnet Storm going to come on through there as Aiming looks to close the distance onto Teddy. Lucid gets on top of Sponge, and Showmaker gets in there and deletes the Pantheon, but now Beryl's in so much trouble. Yehu in a good spot, but Teddy is just dead. And so Yehu and Andil, the last man standing, as Showmaker and Beryl having to try and play Frogger to get out of this one. Rich, Equalizer going to catch out the Annie. And down goes Beryl as well, who decided to stick around to keep Tibbers company. Understandably so. Tibbers is pretty cool. And a 2 for 2 in the end.
I love this. This is exactly, I think, feeds on list of things that are going to decide this game.
Oh, it's not going to decide. I just wanted something to talk about. You know?
It doesn't make top 20.
No.
I love Rice Group, man.
Whether Xiu can get a pentakill or not, that's what's going to decide.
The Ornn Penta?
Yep, that's what's going to get there. Flash out there from Sponge to avoid the Deadly Flourish as Beryl down to 50%. Immediately, the Ram has been called and they turn it on to Rich immediately. He flashes away. Tibbers is keeping them occupied. Deadly Flourish to try and catch out Andil yet again. The bullets flying in. The first 2 ring true. And there's the third to lock down the Nautilus. Aiming, this guy is pretty clean on this Jhin, man. I'm a bit of a Jhin doubter normally, as now Beryl's going to get caught out. There is an exhaust onto Rich. The dive in from Lucid finds a Cyclone onto 2. Rich will get taken down, but the bullet time is able to execute the Wukong. And now Showmaker once again in a super uncomfortable position, and DK are just out of it. It is the follow-up. There's the Grand Starfall as well as Aiming. What are we doing? We are just dying. As soon as I say good things about Aiming, he just gets obliterated.
I knew it was... Yep, you get some, we get some. They get the Herald, and now they're sitting at a gold lead. And game 3 has never looked better.
Shattering Strike, a decent answer here, but it is going to be the outer turret falling down. There is another option here, as Rich taking so much damage, the Jhin just blows him up, and that was a clone that goes down in response. Sponge, the stun, that's going to set it up. Aiming, locks down yet another one. DK back in the driver's seat once again, but they are fighting the driver's seat, and they're still driving. It's basically speed.
Atlas, no.
It's another Keanu Reeves movie.
Atlas, it's Mad Max!
Oh, that's it as well.
It's
that's
the
another
Fury
good one.
Road!
That is another good one. I went back a little far in time, you know. Let's keep it at 60, everyone. Okay. If you want to see young Keanu Reeves, you know, I think Sandra Bullock in a great film.
I think for the Keanu Reeves continuity, yours is a lot better. When it comes to the actual movie, though, come on, you gotta give.
Mad Max is just like
Rich,
pile it in.
Rich, do not walk up to the. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well, Rich is likely to die. However, he just flashes. Deadly Flourish comes down. There's a Grand Starfall.
Andil!
And Andil finds the angle there. Throws the ulti on the barrel. They take down Showmaker immediately as the Ram is going to try and cause a ruckus in the backline, but it doesn't really do much of anything at all as the flash to get out of that Arcane Storm. A lot of buttons now on cooldown. But Teddy still has bullet time. This is very scary.
Oh,
and now 5 versus 4.
Don't do it, DRX.
22 seconds.
DRX.
22 seconds.
DRX, 4 members are alive. No, get away from the Beyblade!
Oh god, okay, Shiu looking for a bit of an angle here, but Yehu is going to be able to read it.
Aiming his ult.
Yeah, Showmaker has teleport
Oh,
as well.
DRX,
So in 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Down to 50% is Otacon. Sponge is taking most of his health bar for this. This is so scary. 2 seconds on Showmaker. They need to make sure that there's a ward for him to teleport. He's immediately teleporting as now they're backing away. The bullets are just going anywhere they really want to as Lucid and Sponge are fighting for the Otacon, but it resets. Oh, we're doing this dance again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, reform the battle lines. As there's a hook, it lands onto She, who's building an item, for goodness sake, and they lose their front line. And now it's 40 seconds, and this time he has no teleport.
They caught him shopping! Only Orn can do that one in the brush!
No, he was building. He wasn't even shopping, he was creating.
Same thing, Atlas, this is dead!
He is very dead.
Okay, I still don't like this call. Oh, why were we doing this? There's 4 people up. Showmaker has ult.
Well, let's see whether Showmaker can get in. He doesn't have flash.
Lucid a Cyclone!
Yep, let's see whether Lucid can find the angle. They do read it. As there is the Scryer. Lucid looks for it here. Finds the Cyclone onto Rich. Gets the double knock-up. Aiming turns up. They take down the Rumble, and once again, the Otacon is extremely low. And these health bars are the same thing because DRX were tanking Otacon for forever. The smite doesn't work from Sponge. Otacon goes to DK and Yahoo. It's a massive Arcane Storm, but unfortunately, the DK players are weathermen. They're very happy about this as Sponge ults in with no health. That was so scary, but he's okay. He puts up the shield, and they walk away. It's 13 to 13.
They want to live in the Rise Group. Every single match should be Rise Group. This is Cinema, Atlas.
In game 1, that didn't matter. That didn't change anything. Oh, it's such a perfect Rise Soul. I'm actually going to give... okay, never mind. We're fighting. Sponge taking a lot of damage here, but the Ram is going to start this one off. The bullet time, the entire duration is eaten by Shiu, and he says, and what? He did not care about that at all. And the Pantheon this time died 5 times. Is this the first loss for Pantheon here in the LCK since we got back from MSI?
Might be the case.
Well, Andil is, I don't know what, he looked like a clone. That's the way he was behaving. But unfortunately, that's what you look like when you're stunned in the jungle. Another Cyclone going to come on through there as the curtains are being called. And Rich goes down. DK all of a sudden have claimed full control of the tempo vibe. Now 13 seconds until Chemtech Soul and DRX.
All right, Barrel.
Oh God, okay, Shiu is going to get spotted. He looks for Teddy, but he may just be dead. He gets bullet timed, and there he goes. What did he mean by this? We'll never know.
You're Orn! You don't need to flank! You have the best hard engage in the game! Just press R!
I love the Rise Group, man. They're going to give up this one Chemtech Drake, and she will respawn in 30 seconds time.
It's fine, it's just one Drake. It's fine, it doesn't matter.
He was like, give the Pom to Beryl, as Beryl gets hooked immediately as I say that. Let's not talk about Pom anymore. Grand Starfall is going to be used by Sponge. They caught him on the wrong side of the map. Exactly right, but it's 19 seconds until Shiu comes up. And Andil, he just dies in 2 shots.
Assassin Gen?
I guess when you have all of that AD, that's going to work, as Sponge flashes into a bullet from the bullet time, but that's the only one that connects.
Why is Showmaker here?
Okay, well now he's going to be able to find them. The Magnastorm is going to connect onto Yahoo, who's now just put in the blender by Lucid. He then gets on top of Teddy and cyclones him down. Somehow, it all just works out.
Is it just over?
I hope not. No. I needed DRX to win this game. You cannot end it like this, DK. This is not how this story ends.
No!
This is an epic, not a short story. All right, well, the Ram is going to come down. Shiu's going to see whether they can take them out. The triple knock-up from Shiu as he gets the double kill to boot. Handle goes down again, and I think aiming just did 5 trillion damage to him. And there's the ace, and there goes the Nexus. DK clean 2-0. But there is everything to see here, and it was all beautiful.